Hey folks, Dave, the not so evil Viking 13 here once again with the American Republic. We are in between turns, and this Austrian Navy of, wow, almost entirely first rates is attempting to intercept one of our pirating raids off of, I believe, Amsterdam. That is definitely concerning because a lot of our income is coming from that piracy, but I'm just going to retreat until I get more first rates built. It's just not worth engaging these ridiculous, huge naval forces.
Reverse course. Reef sail.
So instead of retreating to the harbor, my navy went northeast instead of the harbor just right next to it, and we can no longer retreat. I am just going to start this battle though, and then retreat off of the map to escape once again. By retreating, I have of course lost the battle, but my navy will survive, withdrawing once again in a random direction. What's up, Russia?
Destination ahoy!
We actually have an opportunity here to intercept the rebel forces in this former Austrian territory that are marching against us. We have some line infantry, some militia, and some cannon. Our army is a bit injured, but this should be an easy fight. I might just go ahead and auto-resolve this one and see what happens.
We are mighty and unbowed.
We lost 386 men. Not too bad. That'll save us some time for a very small and inconsequential battle. We are now in the freezing winter of 1839. We have a new gentleman in Pennsylvania. Let's send him right to our university here in, where is this? New Haven.
Discretion is assured.
We have a new military technology, sheet lead cartridges. Helps keep our powder dry. We have a new steam-powered cloth mill in Virginia. And it looks like we're actually almost out of technology to research for our universities. Yeah. All universities are now researching technology. That means this modern university in Mexico is no longer being used, and this university in somewhere is also not being used. Where is this? Marburg. Where's Marburg? Ah, there it is. Ah, that's in the territory that's rebelling. Let's go ahead and bulldoze that and get the population a bit happier. That's probably not helping. Lots of new troops from Amsterdam. And workers are on strike in New Spain. Tell you what. This is a modern university, so it's going to actually be causing quite a bit of issues for our population. Let's go ahead and bulldoze that. Yeah, it's -8 for our population's happiness. We just don't need it any longer. With money coming in, let's get some heavy first rates built down here. And a third rate as well. I'm going to put a unit of militia to protect that investment.
Forward.
And I'll recruit some militia there and repair this building at long last. Wow, North America and Central America are almost divided right down the center between Great Britain and the US. Thankfully, they are close allies. I'll build a updated trade port here in Panama, maybe? The trade route is at 0. Is there anything actually inside of our regions that I could upgrade first? Yeah, I think here in the Algonquin territory I will go ahead and upgrade this Weaver's Lodge to a water-powered cloth mill. It's time to advance a bit. Checking in on Iceland.
Yes.
Let's get these troops onto our new construction to protect it. And we'll build a magistrate to start things off. And some cobbled roads. That's already netting us 1,130 gold per turn. Not bad for a new colony at all. Okay, over here in mainland Europe.
At the ready.
Plenty of armies still replenishing across the board.
Humble servant. Make ready. Make ready. March.
Let's get these armies topped off quickly. There we go.
Yes, sir.
And then you need to come south to reinforce here.
Forward.
How can I be of service?
And where did I get a gentleman from?
Discretion is
I guess you will now be a scout for me.
if it were only possible.
Awkwardly, it looks like this is Austria's last territory before we reach Bavaria. The core of what's left of their empire is further to the east, past Bavaria. How are our relations with Bavaria? Ooh, they are very hostile thanks to that territorial expansion right next door.
Yes.
To get to Austria, we would actually have to sail through the Mediterranean. That would be quite the naval invasion. I wonder, though, if we take Württemberg, they might sue for peace then. That would allow us to then turn our focus to embarrassing Prussia, although they are quite strong, and forcing them to end that war. Before I forget about them,
Make ready.
let's get this navy back down here. Look at that nice, neat pathfinding right around the Austrian navy. Woo!
Ship's orders.
Perfect. That nets us a nice boost to our income. And that will also allow me to get another ship closer.
Clear decks for battle.
I doubt even this Austrian fleet full of first rates will challenge
Ready for action!
almost 2 full-sized navies.
Aye, sir! Any orders?
There we are. To protect our global trading company over here in the Netherlands, I'm going to send line infantry for now.
Forward! For
I'll get some
crown and
militia.
country!
Just a garrison over there. And then also some light dragoons, some line infantry. Keep that recruitment going.
Yes, sir.
I think for this turn, I'm just going to rest my forces and wait for the next turn. The replenishment should be basically complete.
Ready for order.
That will give me quite a few full stack armies. The difficult part is going to be crossing the bridge right here. As soon as we do so, the Austrians might engage with these 2 armies. At least, though, they'll be split up. It's lots of militia and artillery. We'll see what happens.
Make ready. Troops!
I'm
Forward!
going to move up and hold this bridge while I maneuver troops around. It's looking pretty good up here. I'll build a 4th rate just because it's close.
At the ready.
And you know, I think France is looking pretty secure. Are they even at war with anybody right now? They're not. Okay. So let's go ahead and push this really experienced army. Probably one of my most experienced under General Armstrong. Let's push them up.
Make camp!
One more good embarrassment for the Austrians here in Württemberg. And I really hope they go for peace. That does give me more options for defending against Prussia's aggression as well. Everybody wants a piece of Amsterdam. Whew. 7,300 gold per turn. I can understand why. If I lower taxes, let's see how things will go for my population's happiness and my income. Our income drops to 24,000, but for 1 turn, I think I'll try it out and see how things go. Is there anything else going on here in North America? I'll recruit some more units here in Virginia. And perhaps, let's see, a regiment of horse as well to send down.
Sir. Troops! Forward!
Still a lot of Swedish and Austrian navies blockading our biggest trade ports, except for, thankfully, New York. If we could get these navies off of our ports, our income would just explode. Was it Norfolk where I'm recruiting my new ships? I think so. Oh yes. Next turn, my navy begins to grow once again. I already have a flagship being built there at Norfolk, so let's cancel the flagship first rate over here and just do a heavy first rate. There we go. And I will build some industrial gold mining complexes here in New Spain. how else can I get the population happy? There's a lot of Catholics, but that's only -1. Taxes aren't bad. Clamor for reform. Okay, so removing that university should really help us out. I've managed to spend all but 307 gold. I think I will end my turn right there. I would like to get back to my more traditional and historically correct just non-intervention policy for the US here in Europe, but first I have to end these massive ground wars against Austria and Prussia. Oh yeah, and Sweden. In fact, next turn I might gift Sweden some state gifts to try and butter them up for a peace treaty. For now though, let's end our turn here. We have survived the winter just fine. It is now the summer of 1840. The Prussians have slightly damaged a cloth mill in one of our territories. I'll repair it for now, but it's definitely within range of like 30 more armies of theirs. They also damaged a mine, costing me 270 to fix. Nice. Plenty of new construction, including some in Iceland. Workers are rioting here in New Spain. But that does end this turn, as we have destroyed the university, and their happiness is back under control. It is going to cost me 3,500 to repair the factory complex, though. In place of the university, let's build a craft workshop and get more money coming in. Oh man, that recruitment. Let's start with our land recruitment. More troops for Virginia. And I'll top them off with a few more. There we are. Now, down here in Norfolk, we have the first of our new naval ships. The USS Anne, the Agamemnon, the Adamant, and the Admiral's flagship first rate, the Repulse, which I'm actually going to rename if possible. Not possible, actually. So the heavy first rate, the Adamant. Now, usually, when it comes to custom ship names that you guys suggest, it's usually a perk reserved for my Patreon backers. You guys can help support my channel over on Patreon and help me pay for the ridiculous amount of internet bandwidth that I do go through uploading these episodes. Each one comes in at about 11 gigs or so. But there was a consensus in the comments on the last episode, so the people have spoken. Patreon backers or not, this one is for all you guys. The USS, that's not caps lock, USS Nathaniel Green. Our greatest general, dying in his late 90s after securing America's safety from the Dutch in Europe, and for fighting for years and years against the Austrians. Awesome. Now, of course, we still can't touch these two huge Swedish navies, but we can get ready to tackle this ridiculous Austrian fleet. So, heavy first rates it is. I think that was like all heavy first rates. This port is full. Heavy first rates for everyone. I guess there's really no trade routes to raid in North America. None of our enemies actually have territories here in North America anymore. On the other hand, though, I can't afford to spend all of that money on first rates for now. Sweden. Open negotiations. Let's give you a really nice state gift. Jewelry. They are now indifferent. Let's request peace in exchange for just 1,000 gold. They want Texas. We'll offer 1,400 and 10 turns of military access. They're insisting on Texas still. Let's just try a straight peace treaty. They're not interested yet, but an end to the war with Sweden might be in sight. I am going to raise European and American taxes back to help fund the war. Looks like the Carolinas are getting some unrest. I'll leave some militia in the fort and garrison the rest of our troops until we can get rid of this university.
Hello. No one will know.
I guess I'll put this agent on board one of my navies as well. Militia on the docks at Yorktown and the light infantry back to Williamsburg. Okay. Now, I guess we still have upgrades we can do up here, don't we? Over here in Iceland. So let's cancel one more of those first rates. That's a long-term project anyway. Jeez, that's a lot of money. 6,000 gold has been returned to us. Let's build a dockyard and a commercial port. Great estates. Good stuff. As far as recruitment goes, we can't afford much. I guess this army down south could use some artillery. Who can spare some? Oh, this army definitely can. Let's give them a 12-pounder.
Anything more? Sir. Your orders?
And
On
line
the
of
left.
infantry.
March!
They're now lacking horse, it looks like.
Sir.
Light dragoons for you guys.
March! Any further orders? Immediately! Anything
And
more?
that should do it for reinforcements for
Make
now.
ready.
I think it's time to carefully make our move here against Württemberg.
Sir.
General Armstrong, prepare to advance.
At the ready.
I want you right up here at the bridge.
March!
General Andrews, come around.
March! Any further orders? Yes, sir.
And let's see.
Forward! Ready and waiting for
General Osborne, fortified Star Fort.
Forward! For yes. Crown and country! Forward!
General Wheeler, move up.
Your humble servant. Sir.
And let's attempt to engage the armies right here in Württemberg.
Shall triumph!
Perfect. All of our armies, as planned, are within deployment range. I am going to fight this out. This should be a crushing blow against Austria. Now here is one nice looking battlefield. Some thick scrub brush for our troops. But we're going to be out in the field approaching the town. Great sight lines for the artillery though. This should be... Ooh, this is going to hurt. For the Austrians at least. I think I'm going to spread my 12 pounders out. Put one here on the right side and... yeah, one here on the far left. Puckle guns right in the center. 12 pounder howitzers also in the center. Because they do have a good amount of artillery, I am going to spread my lines relatively thin. I'm really not that worried about their troops because they're so outnumbered. I should be able to quickly counter any infantry advances. Now, I'm not sure where the reinforcements are going to be coming from is my only issue here. I am going to want to keep an eye out for that once the battle gets underway. For now, though, I think I'll be just fine. I do have plenty of horse to move around and intercept any reinforcements that come in. Provincial scouts, let's put you guys up here as well. I am going to avoid grouping any of my horse together, just so they can move faster. Scouts actually go right here. Howitzers switch to quicklime? Yeah, quicklime. We have some artillery right there, it looks like. And already taking quicklime. Oh, it's a mortar battery. Run, troops, run! My puckle guns are almost getting wiped out right there. That was rough. Yep, my puckle guns are done for. Some rocket artillery coming in right there. Cavalry, go ahead and push hard. Take out those mortars. Whoops. I accidentally hit a shortcut there and set all my units to retreating off the map. Regiment of Foot got hit hard by those mortars, but I'm going to take the opportunity to push everyone up. Now that no one's retreating, let's push up all of our lines, actually. Yeah, they are way back here. Well, seeing I hit that retreat button and you all packed up, let's just all move. Goodbye, mortars. Okay, they have howitzers right here in town. Let's go ahead and charge in and hit those as well. We're going to have some city fighting here shortly. A new general's bodyguard. Let's have you over here on the left. Line infantry coming in from the side. Nice. They do have pikes set up, it looks like. We'll have to watch out for those as we advance. This should take care of a good bit of their artillery. They still have some 3-pounders there in the back, and a rocket troop that's actually advancing. Let's finish off that last howitzer. It gets off some final hits on the U.S. Marines marching here on the left. I see more artillery forming up back here, along with their only real troops. Wow, they have tons of artillery back here. It's a strange combination to fight, for sure. And their rocket troop manages to get shots off here. No significant losses, but annoying. Dragoons, finish them off as well. I'm going to put this 12-pounder over here on the right, along with these Marines. And these Marines right here. Dragoons fall back. I want these howitzers right up here and firing over the city into their lines. Great work from our light dragoons by tearing through their lines. Line Infantry and Legion of the USA. Come over here to the right side as well. Some mounted cavalry hitting us with carbines right there. Just mildly concerning though. We should be set up in time to meet all of these charges. Let's move a general up on the right there. Square formation. Square formation. Light infantry deploy stakes. And the howitzer is in place. Drop quicklime onto their artillery immediately. I want you guys forming up along this wall back here. Cannon, switch to shrapnel shot and see what you can get from that angle right there. There goes that quicklime. Decent hits all around. I'm going to put this line infantry over here in this farmhouse so they can fire down on this 12-pounder coming in right here. Shrapnel shot is not effective. Let's switch to round shot. That was quite the artillery battery here in the center of the city. Canister shot, fire on the horse right there. That third cannon is not doing much. There he goes. And a few losses at range for the canister shot. And they return fire. That is a huge regiment of foot forming up right there. Cannon form up. We have the walls helping us right here. They are going to pull off that charge. Significant losses for us here at the start. Let's engage in hand-to-hand combat here quickly. Artillery deploy and fire canister shot on the line infantry. That cavalry charge is going to cost us dearly here on the right. I think we're going to win this, though. We just outnumber them by too much. Okay, let's push our lines forward just a bit. Cannons, switch to shrapnel shot. Once again. Infantry push. Infantry push. Push in the center as well. With extreme losses, we have finally beaten back their cavalry. And their line infantry as well. Switch to shrapnel shot and engage the militia. You guys form back up here. Oops. I advanced too far here on the center. My legion got caught in the crossfire. Cannons pack it up. Marines push up as well. I want to take this hill and put my cannons on it. Cavalry intercept. Things are looking pretty quiet over here. So let's push forward just a bit. Cannon push forward here. Dragoons are being engaged by another Austrian mounted unit here on the right. I think we're going to have to engage for now. At least until these Marines push up. So a very even match though. That's not good. The militia is trying to take the building. Let's get some infantry behind these walls right there. Round shot, aim at the line infantry. Hand-to-hand combat here in the front. Our dragoons have been counterattacked by Austrian militia. Marines form square formation. Legion of the USA, charge the Austrian foot. I'm not sure why my howitzer is having such a hard time taking out this artillery. I'm going to pull this line infantry to the left in case our regiment of foot is actually defeated by this militia. Wow, there's still hand-to-hand combat happening over here. Our lines are actually looking a bit weak. Long riflemen. Let's get you guys up here. I wish I could reinforce those guys in the building. Howitzer, fire on the militia. I'm gonna pull my general up here, see if that helps things. Long riflemen get up here as well. I'm going to press them hard here on the left so they don't have much room for maneuvering. Canister shot, finish off that horse. Light infantry, get up here and deploy pikes just in case. Now we're talking. Howitzers fire into the center of this line infantry. And at last they are retreating. I think I'm going to take this win as soon as possible just because losses have been significant and I'm very low on cavalry to make another push. I really can't chase them down here. Their general is going to push up though. Brave. Round shot, fire into the center. And the city burns. All artillery, fire on their general. Light infantry, deploy pikes. Let's do a few more bayonet charges here. Fire on their general as he retreats. Come on, men. Form up and fire. Fire! Few kills, but not the general. I think he's going to escape. They were in the way back here. And with that, we have finally won the battle. We deployed 8,100 to their 2,700, although we did lose almost, no, actually just over 1,000 men. Top kills, our line infantry defending that house at 211. Legion of the United States, 142. Marines, 122. 12-pounder artillery, 104. A tough fight, actually, from the Austrians.
Forward for crown and country!
Yes, sir. Sir.
Let's see if we can take this final territory.
Form line for battle!
Demand surrender.
Victory!
And we have taken their last territory outside of their main empire, which is now only 3 territories. Region captured. +1 command. +1 morale. Plus percentage to movement range. +3 morale. Morale, command, general traits. Overall, a great engagement. Let me clear all these notifications out. What I'm going to do next is actually go back here, cancel one more first rate to get money for replenishment, and of course rebuilding. We are quite unhappy. That's going to take up all of my money, basically.
Your humble servant.
Ah, they have a university. Let's bulldoze that. That's going to net us 54,000 gold next turn. Wait, actually, Austria's territory of... well, Austria does extend just down here to the south, and they do have armies. Let's see if they're willing to just accept peace right now. They have signed a peace treaty after losing the majority of their empire. Will they trade? They will not trade, though. Austria's conquered territories once stretched from the western side of France through Flanders and just a significant chunk of Europe right here. After a ridiculous amount of fighting and years of all-out warfare, we have liberated most of these territories. Now comes the process of rebuilding and turning them over one by one to France. What I might do here is give Alsace-Lorraine to France in a few turns once I finish rebuilding it and get a bit more money off of it, and then perhaps trade Württemberg to Prussia, maybe, in exchange for peace. We shall see. For now, though, that's definitely it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.